man.
So you said some irony, man. Last episode, where we left off, we was talking about the WNBA,
The W.
and it's actually some great news, man. Since the last time we spoke,
Yeah.
we saw the cover for NBA 2K22,
Yeah.
and guess who's on the cover?
I seen it, man. Candace Parker is gracing the cover of 2K this coming year, man. That's, first of all,
I think it's deserving though.
right, I was about to say hats off. Hats off to her, hats off. The irony of us blasting the WNBA, I myself saying they should be canceled.
Well, it was really more so on my end blasting the marketability and getting support and the people that surround them, the teams that they have around them. So
Right.
for me, putting a seasoned veteran like Candace Parker, who's also a beautiful woman, who's also a real baller,
Real
legit
baller.
can ball on the
Yep.
cover of
Great
2K22.
mom, great person.
Right,
just
great analyst,
analyst.
wears many hats.
Yeah.
I think it was. I don't think you can have a better choice for the
Well
first
deserved.
female to grace the cover.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well
So I mean, do you got anything to say off of that?
What you think her rating is going to be? What's the ratings in that game, man?
Oh, I mean,
See, I'm not
man,
really
I
too
didn't.
up on 2K, the women's ratings and what they was giving them, but I saw some stuff like
I didn't expect you to ask that question, but when I
Yeah.
think about it, oh God, this gonna sound.
harsh. Let's be harsh.
Nah, it's not even about harsh. I don't want to sound. All right. So when you take a test in school
Right,
and they tell you that the test is like graded on a curve.
right.
So I don't know if 2K, you can't like, all right. So to me, Candace Parker would have to be like a 94, right?
She has to be tops. She
Right.
has to be tops.
Like Sabrina from Oregon. I was calling her Sonya last episode, and I'm so ashamed of myself. Her name is Sabrina.
Now I wouldn't even put her tops. I mean, all right, here goes the funny part, Gene. Who do you think, before we even go to the ratings, who do you think are the top players, top 5 players in the WNBA? I think last episode we asked the women to mention, and I don't think anybody did. So
It's not Tia Cooper.
it sure ain't. Although she's,
Although they stay trying to
she
show
gets a
her
lot
short
of-
shorts and her baby
yeah,
hairs on the
yeah,
sideburns,
baby
it's not
hairs.
her. Elena Deladon. Man. Candace.
Okay,
Liz Cambridge.
okay, of course.
Brittany Griner.
Brittany, okay.
And old girl from Baylor, the point guard. The African sister. I keep forgetting how to pronounce her last name.
Oh, yeah.
Ogumake? Is it? Oh man, I'm so mad because she's a.
Look, we even having issues.
I'm so
with-
mad because she's a problem. She's a problem though. Oh my goodness,
think
she's a
there's-
beast.
There's I don't really know how to rank them. I just know the ones that are
But
popular.
that's what I'm saying. So when you go to 2K and you try to do an NBA 2K rating, like that test, you have to rate them on the curve because is it gonna be?
Agreed.
Is it gonna be like, let's say if you're doing the My Park or something, right? I don't really know how they're gonna do it, but let's say you're doing the My Park and you pick one of the women as a player.
Right.
Are you gonna have her be at compared to the men? Because like if we put them all in the same pool as the men, right? And we say LeBron is still like a 94, 95. All right, Candace Parker won't be a 94, 95 on that scale. You know what I mean? Because it's completely different. Like,
It's different.
right, it's different. She's tall, yes. She's athletic, yes. She can shoot, yes. She can bang, yes. That's on the women's scale. When you put her on the men's scale, there has to be some drop in production.
So let's do it. Let's do it for fun. Right now, if we're rating the women alongside the men, what should the top woman players rating be when compared to Giannis, LeBron, KD, Steph?
Probably 75.
I agree.
Probably 75.
Top.
And I say 75 because I've been in a lot of pickup runs with a lot of women that play college basketball and they can ball. They ball. At the end of the day though, it's pickup.
Pick up.
So when you go to like an official game, you play an official game that's different. You actually have refs. The contact is different. The play is different. The speed actually picks up. And so I say 75 off the strength of them being very, very skilled because they are skilled. It's just that it's completely different. We're talking about running, jumping, shooting, and all those things, right?
All of those things.
I think the only thing that might even be somewhere near close, like we spoke about last time, is if you do track.
Yeah,
You know?
Right. They tend to be a little closer in
Right.
ability
Right. The scale
Yeah.
is not that far apart.
apart. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's great anyway. The marketability of that. Shout out to them. Hopefully, it helps with the
Yeah.
revenue because, again, man, you got little ladies, little girls aspiring to do things. To be a basketball player should definitely be one of them. I just hate the way that they're not marketed, and I don't know who's to blame
Yeah,
besides the
it's bad
WNBA.
marketing. I mean, and it's also, as we spoke about last episode, a lot of the WNBA players are able to get the money that they would like or closer to the money that they would like when they play overseas.
Overseas, correct.
During their off season here, they go to China's and they go to, Turkey's and they go to Australia. They go to different places where the basketball for women is more appreciated. Here we love to see LeBron and Giannis and them jump out the building. And that may be part of it. But moving on, funny stuff that you sent me. I need to get your thoughts on this. So you sent me something from Kev on stage, and we'll give the link for that too.
Right.
Kev is hilarious brother, funny dude. He posted, he put up a picture of a post that somebody made, and they said, because last time we was talking about that silent war between men and women, right? And I think this kind of ties into it because there's so much stuff that men think without it being said, and women think without it being said. It's like all of this stuff under the table that we don't really address. So he puts a picture up.
Look,
It's about a man and a young lady who says she was sleeping with her man, and he lasted too long, so he was giving her gay.
I remember when Missy Elliott was like, I don't want to need no 1 minute man.
Right.
And now girls are just like already finished already.
You're ready. Before it used to be no wham bam, and now it's like
Here's
he taking too long. He must be gay.
She thinks she got the greatest gift box in the world.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is because
Yeah.
because he didn't reach the finish line in the time that she expected. She called him gay.
Right.
I'm telling
what
you, man.
think?
I'm scared.
You
I'm
think
scared.
the women want you to last long now, or you think they want you to?
I think these little girls don't know when they're regular. Because dudes is probably just smashing and dashing, a wham bam, thank you, man in her.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, I got the good, the busted baby.
She got the busted. Is that all? Is that like a general thing? I ain't gonna lie, I saw a lot of the comments on that post, and most of the women was like, "That's her," because I don't know what she talking about. I want a man that lasts long. Like,
Yeah, that's her, and she's probably one in a few.
of a few. Okay.
You know, she's probably, like I said, used to people just using her for that quick burst of excitement, and that being it. I mean, I don't know any girl that's like, yeah, give me a good 2 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, how does that even make sense?
I don't know. She had to be young, man. I'm thinking under 21, under 22.
Think so?
I think so. To talk like that, like what? That's confusing, bro.
Just recklessly.
Look, I'm scared for my son whenever he gets of the dating age.
Right.
The dating pool is contaminated. So if you're single, God be with you. It is contaminated. It's bad, man. I mean, it was bad when I was out there, but it wasn't so terrible. Now it's terrible, man. Like everybody's fake, not just mentally but physically. Everybody's fake.
There's a lot of fake
People
stuff.
don't have real ambition. If they have real ambition, it's around something that compromises your morals.
Right.
At least to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know, man. That's why if you find somebody that's like decent looking in your eyes and they got some character traits, you got to work it out, man. You got to make it work, bro, because you're probably not going to find any better for overall package. It's sad.
Now it's looking like that now.
It's looking like
man,
that now.
that post took you down that road. Like,
Not just that post, man, but I see so many women that live under the lie
right.
of the umbrella of feminism that it scatters their brain. You know what I'm saying? Like the real definition of feminism is not the empowerment of women at the detriment of everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that they live in their life now, it's the empowerment of women and damn everybody else.
And damn everyone else.
Yeah, that's not accurate.
Wow. So
You
what
know,
you think? Think it's any hope? I mean, is it? I mean, we've been speaking about social media and whatnot, and the effects of social media on today's
it's always hope.
generation.
Always.
There gotta be some good.
Always
though,
hope.
you know
And
what I mean?
my apologies, y'all. I'm still a little bit under the weather. Weather's been changing. I'm a little stuffy, trying to clear it out.
Yeah.
But the show must go on.
It must go on.
Yeah, man, there's always hope, bro. There's always hope. And that's why I always, when I talk to you specifically, I'm always like, you got to practice patience, bro. Like, every man has to practice patience because the man is the hunter.
Yeah.
And if you think about a hunter, it's not always a quick kill. When you think about how they're poaching deers and everything, they wait, they're silent, they watch the way they take their steps, they track the animal, right? AKA you pursue the woman for some time. You might be careful about what you say, how you react to certain things. That's you making sure you don't step on any twigs or branches.
Or branches. Okay.
And then you shoot your shot.
You do. Let's speak about that. Shooting shots. So, of course, we skipped. There's a lot of other topics that we can go into right now, but we just letting it free flow. Let's talk about shooting the shot. So now, I'm a man that doesn't mind, or rather, I would say I like if a woman shoots her shot, right? But I think that you can shoot it, or at least let it be known that you aiming. Like, at least let it be known that you aiming, but do not kill it. Shoot it, but don't kill it. You get what I'm saying? So I think at
Basically,
a
you
point
say you saying approach a young lady, shoot your shot, but don't smash it.
no. What I'm saying reverse. I'm
Oh.
talking about if a woman approaches me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about women approaching men for a second.
That's funny that you say that. Because somebody sent me a post the other day about the dude from Dawson's Creek,
Okay.
Joshua Jackson. I was like, who was that? They was like, oh, that's Pacey from Dawson's Creek. I was like, oh, I thought it was Dawson. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I used to watch it. You know, do that, whatever.
Right. Everybody
Anyway,
knows the theme song.
Yeah. Anyway, he revealed that his wife actually proposed to him, I believe. And to throw that another mix in the pot, she's a sister, a chocolate sister. And he's a white man. So you know how people were.
Sister. Okay, that she proposed to him.
Yeah, and I don't care. Like, I know
Wow.
people be so harsh about the interracial dating. I don't care, man. Like, love who you love. Like,
Oh no, yeah, it is what it is.
you know what I'm saying?
you know.
I just think that some people use that and take that in combination with, her being a woman, him being a man, and then her being a black woman and him being a white man.
It's
So
a lot,
that was
it's a lot of compounds. It's a
right.
lot-
So
it's a
that
lot
goes to
that.
your point about shooting your shot but not killing it. She shot her shot, got the kill, brought the food home, and cooked it and ate it for dinner.
That's a no go in my book. Like in my book, it's a no go. What you think, bro? I'm turned off by that personally. Like, that's not really something that should happen. I don't think a woman should be proposing to me. I don't think a woman should be trying to hunt me and gather me and do all that. I don't
It
think-
sounds so petty, but my wife would have been delayed probably another year if she would have proposed to me.
Yo,
It is what it is.
and you knowing me, it'd have been canceled. It'd have been like,
It is what
I
it
don't know
is.
what you on, but I'm not
like-
for this. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, get up, man. What you doing?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
That's just me, man. To each his own, but to me, I'll be like, nah, what are you doing?
Like,
No.
Gene, let me ask you, man. Don't you think that a woman would want a man who knows what he wants?
Yeah, man. At the
You
end
know
of the
what I'm
day, 99.9% of women, no matter how alpha she claims she is, no matter how dominant she says she is, wants a man that's a leader, which means that he has to be more dominant than her. And when I say dominant, he has to have a direction of where he's going and, take her with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got to have a path, at least be on the path, some sort of direction.
The leadership is in where we're going. Where
Yeah.
you're leading me to, so you should have a direction.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in that point, that gives a woman security when a man is sure of himself.
Keyword.
You know, so I think for that, you have to be sure, you have to be confident. It's not cocky and everything, but You can't be a yes man. Don't be rolling over all the
Don't be rolling
time.
over.
Because if a woman feels like she could always get her way with you, it's a turnoff.
Mm,
I challenge any guy out there to ask a young lady if her man gave her way all the time, what she would think about him.
right.
She'd
think
lose
he's
respect, bro.
She would all the way lose
If there's
respect.
never a
The doormat.
challenge, if there's never no grit, if you just allow her to do whatever, and it's not to say you're stopping her from doing stuff,
Mhm.
but the man, like I said, has the path, and with that path, there's a certain standard and decorum that he has around situations.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know,
what you think about this? I think that a father kind of leads his children by his, sternness, his affirmativeness, his
most
and
definitely.
all of that is in love, right?
Yep.
But a mother often gets her children by her care,
Right.
by her nurturing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? By her concern, like. So it may not be so much of like stern, and although there's women that have that personality, I think it's more about. Well, I know my mom's, she really cares. She's really concerned, and it makes sense. Like, I might fall and hit my head, but she already told me not to go do that,
Right.
And so it's the same thing, I think, between a man and a woman. I don't think you win a man over by being I'm going to just run you over like a doormat,
Yeah.
and vice versa. I don't think a man just allows a woman to,
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll make this last point on this. Just with me and my wife. My son knows that I'm dad and she's mom. He knows who the disciplinarian is and who the nurturer is.
Right.
At the end of the day, though, when he sees me, he's always excited because it's never malicious or harsh. But, when I tell him to do something, he does it, or he'll run to his mother looking for that halo, you know what I'm saying, that care.
Yeah.
But he knows he can't get away with certain things. But
Right,
he's
right,
always
right.
excited when he sees dad. And I think that just goes to me, just in that particular point, just playing that one role, but that role has many hats. Because at the same time, even though it is, being a disciplinarian, it's with love, and you still, as the man, you still do have to nurture. As the man, I'm grooming him to be a better man than me, which hopefully, I have no doubt that he'll do. And also to be the best man that he can be, and whatever, God has designed for his life. Even at this young age of him about to be 2, I'm teaching him as much as possible. But at the same time,
he got a birthday coming up too, right?
yeah, he has a birthday coming up. He'll be 2, which is crazy. Can't believe it. But yeah, man, I think it's and that's the thing. People don't want gender roles, but you got to know your position. And it's not to say like, oh, my wife got to cook and clean, but it's like you got to wear different hats at different times.
Yeah, I wanted to clear that up too. Unless you go on that, I know, I think when we say gender roles, that just doesn't necessarily mean cook, clean. Man go out and get the money, and woman take care of the house. Like, that's not necessarily what it means. It could possibly in your situation, but just speak to that. Like, because there is freedom, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Like right now, I just finished washing the dishes. I'm straightening up the house.
You washing dishes.
Yeah,
the man.
yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
washing the dishes and all that. And
Yeah,
tidying up and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I live at the home, and at the same time, that's being a leader as well. A leader, the best type of leader to me is being a servant leader. So if I see something that needs to be done, I just do it. I don't expect my wife to do per se, but when it's done, my wife is met with gratitude.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? And I think by replacing gratitude over expectations, you'll have a lot. Your life will be a little bit more pleasant, man. Because people get disappointed because they have expectations. But you got anything else for us?
I wanted to ask you a few things. I don't know if we're a little pressed for time, but we failed to mention first. We did shout out the WNBA's Candace Parker, but we just finding out that the Bucks won the championship. Giannis is an NBA champion. What you think about him? And
I wanna say 2 things.
Go ahead. And I got a question.
I wanna leave that for the next episode because we gotta go. Giannis made history.
Okay.
Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, Finals MVP.
Right.
Only him, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon and Michael Jordan have done that.
Mm-hmm.
He re-signed with Milwaukee when everybody told him that he should have left. Built homegrown, and he went through the fire. Everybody's going to talk about injuries. I don't want to hear injuries. Injuries happen every year. It's a part of the game.
Yeah.
No shoulda, coulda, woulda. It doesn't matter. Injuries happen every year.
Every year.
I don't want to discredit anybody that wins any championship, because just to get to that point, you gotta have a little bit of luck and a lot of bit of grit and determination. So shout out to Giannis, Chris Middleton, who's y'all know I'm big on Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday,
Killer, yeah.
Bug Eye, Bobby Portis, and the words of my guy Paul. And congrats to them. Y'all saved Coach Bud's job. So good job.
Sure did. Yeah, man. Okay, yeah. So we'll wrap it up, because I wanted to talk about rankings and how they always try to compare people, but
Now let's save that for the next joint.
We'll get it in, man. We thank y'all for tuning in again. This is another episode down of Breakfast with Bros, man.
Later, y'all.
Later.